Hello, everyone. This is Zach. I'm here with Philip and Brian, and we're going to be talking about Superman 3.
Superman 3. Oh, my God. I was waiting for this one.
No, shut up. Shut up.
I could have waited longer. It's so bad. So bad.
It wasn't great.
No, in no way.
I don't think it wasn't.
Great.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't good.
It's good. It wasn't passable.
I found it likable.
Likable.
It had.
It was
instances.
silly.
Yeah.
When it started up, it was just everybody in Metropolis was just a bunch of goofs.
Yeah,
stumbling around. Like what you were saying, like this is like a Final Destination.
Yeah, a whole bunch of just small accidents leading into. What was the payoff for that?
I don't.
The guy to have a wreck and then go over to the fire hydrant and his car start filling up.
I've never seen that before. Ran to a fire hydrant, almost drowned.
Well, granted, we're talking about a man who can fly and lift. I don't know what his feats are so far in these movies, or if they're even consistent.
They are unbelievable.
They are. The fire hydrant was filling up the vehicle,
Yeah.
and in that same entrance where the water was going, the water was leaving. So it was just staying in the. Nobody busted a window to save the drowning man in this
Nobody
vehicle.
opened the door.
That vehicle was airtight. They do not make vehicles like that anymore.
But this movie was everywhere. It was kind of hard to follow. At times. It was hard to follow.
Just even looking at my notes and writing down, the movie was so many different ideas, and none of them really had a payoff. Mm-hmm. Right?
Mm-mm. Was it Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
His character?
Gus Gorman.
Gus Gorman is just a
You called him a savant with
comedic
computers?
release.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he was the Otis in this one.
I guess, yeah. Except he's
To
good with
the
computers.
not Lex Luthor.
So good, in fact, he can hack into a weather satellite and upgrade the hardware to weapons
Yeah.
that can control the weather somehow.
So he can take over the coffee bean.
Yeah, so he can destroy Colombia with tornadoes and take over the coffee business or the.
It's not a bad idea. Brian, look into that.
I hear you.
So this one had a lot less Lois.
Yeah,
I guess they gave the complete arc for Lois. They made her just forget in the last one after that kiss.
Yeah, and she went off on a vacation job thing for the Daily Planet. Was it
Yeah.
the Daily Planet?
Yeah.
And Jimmy and Clark went to Smallville for a high school reunion. And
Yep.
they encountered a fire at a chemical plant along the way, like you do, you know. And I like
happens
how
every
the
time.
cops just didn't acknowledge them.
Jimmy's getting out to go get pictures.
He's
He
looking at it.
sneaks right, like chameleon level 100% on oblivion.
Yeah.
He just,
The cop
sees him
even
like,
just
hey, stop that, but doesn't react to it.
Oh well.
It was,
It was really bad. And to put out the fire, he froze the top layer of
Even when
a lake.
when Jimmy was climbing on the ladder to get better pictures, they were like, "Hey, get out from there! I'm just trying to get better pictures." Oh, okay. Well, if you're up there with a
okay.
purpose,
I mean, you're just in a ladder over in a blazing inferno in a chemical factory. Go ahead.
yeah, we're
Get your
not
pictures.
supposed to protect the public
Yeah.
at all.
And apparently it's a lot more serious than I thought because they said he saved the world when he did that.
Well,
in Superman.
he was talking about when the acid gets so hot, it'll do
Yeah.
some kind of poisonous gas
Oh,
that'll
okay.
cover. So I guess they released that in a press release.
Oh.
So we almost messed up, guys.
But he goes to class reunion, meets Lana again, or rekindles, I guess, with Lana.
Lana,
Lana is looking for a stepdaddy.
yes, she is.
Annette O'Toole in
Annette.
1983.
What'd you say about her? She's a fox?
She is a
She's a
fox.
fox.
What's the high school reunion scene I guess it's just explaining how they were friends way back in high school, but then it just never went forward from there. Mm-hmm. Then we get that probably the best character in this movie, Brad.
Brad. No one, no one appreciates Brad.
No one appreciates.
Nobody.
Dude, what would Small Bill do without Brad?
Probably not sell as much alcohol.
Yeah, that son gun does not pass
I
out.
got drunk. By the end of the movie, he was straight up drinking boat fuel.
I like how Clark changes into Superman in this movie several times. He went inside a picture booth and almost exposed his identity while that man was drowning in his car.
Yeah.
He went.
So is this the first time?
In the back of a police car and out the other side, changing into Superman.
So they didn't have they had. You were able to get out of the back of a police car in the early '80s,
I guess.
especially Metropolis. And it
Well,
explains
it's
why the
Superman.
crime rate's so high.
Yeah.
Is that the first time he went into something instead of just running and changing his clothes or flying and changing his clothes? You know what I mean?
No.
Like we're at the phone booth.
The first one went into the revolving door.
Okay.
He did that. And then
I guess that fits.
I don't remember what all he did on the second one, but he did it 3 times. Like he walked behind a fence to go save the boy in the field who ran like 3 miles away.
In
like
seconds.
Somehow.
Like he was keeping up with that dog. Oh, you talking about little Ricky?
But God, it's all over the place, man.
Yeah.
Kind of my favorite part, if I were to pick a favorite part, was when Superman was exposed to that not kryptonite, and it made him kind of a dick.
Oh yeah.
And he would just run around just doing little things. The Leaning Tower of Pisa,
Yeah.
is not so
Leaning anymore?
leaning anymore.
Yeah. The erect tower of Pisa now.
The Erect Tower of Pisa.
When he was flying off, I swear he gave that dude a finger.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy making like little statues
Yeah.
of the Leaning Tower.
You brought up not too long ago. He froze the top layer of the pond to bring over to the fire at the factory. That was an extraordinary amount of rain for that top layer of water was. I tell you what, structurally, him holding that one little part, I figured it would
By
snap.
the edge.
By the edge.
Yeah.
He got the Nathan Drake hands.
Yeah, he does.
Like, I know in the
Strongest
winter-
fingers in gaming, son.
No, in the winter, like you get when you're a kid, you try to pick up sheets of ice and
Yeah.
it, like breaks if you don't hold it right. This guy just picked
Miles
up.
wide.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, what about the bowling scene?
what about the bowling scene? That
When
was
he
insane.
when he sneezes and Brian said the guy behind the pin,
Did
like
it.
the pinball, yeah,
He did.
that bowling ball,
He's
it
helping
killed
this,
that guy.
helping this little boy
Also-
throw a bowling ball, and he just like uses his like super breath to shoot that damn ball out like a
Yeah,
rail gun.
destroys him. Well, I guess we can't bowl anymore.
Thanks, Dad.
And the person who stole that scene again, Brad.
Brad.
And again.
Bowling champion.
Yeah,
if
he
you
had to
didn't
have
know.
been. Yeah, bowling champion.
Yeah.
He was a natural athlete. So
that
then
was-
they go to that's when they go to the picnic. That fantastic scene.
Corny.
Richard Pryor
Not his best role.
skiing off the skyscraper.
Oh my God.
Skiing.
That was.
Falling
That
50
was
stories, landing on like some glass.
into
and-
the street.
And being just fine.
I want to know how much money they paid Richard Pryor to not say a single curse word in this movie.
Right?
Oh yeah,
That's.
that probably had to cut that out.
Probably. Not that good. This movie's not good.
No.
No,
It's not good.
it. Yeah, I mean overall,
The final
can't-
like climax went way too long.
Yeah. Wait.
They were fighting that
the
supercomputer.
random ways of bullshittery that the movie was able to come up with. I like that it wasn't necessarily their final. Okay, just take video game logic. They went in there, started up that mega computer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't talk about it, but Richard Pryor, he designs a mega computer with like 6 megabytes of RAM.
Which
It had
was
this-
put together by a few like drawings he did on the back of a pack of Camel cigarettes and a
Yeah,
like, old
did.
check
napkins.
stuff.
You
And these
did.
engineers are there with it and just
How did they
And
get
then-
the parts down?
and they
Did they
put-
have to balloon the parts down there
No,
like
they had this
got down there?
helicopter. They brought it in.
Okay, I missed that.
A cargo helicopter. Or
Turtle Bob.
Cargo Bob, yeah. From, Cargo Bob from GTA brought all this stuff in there. Yeah.
So they assemble it, and it's supposed to do anything that you can think of,
Anything, everything.
right?
It can beat Superman.
When they do get in there, yeah, it has the you can learn anybody's weakness.
Yeah.
When it absorbs that Mr. Webster's sister, that part terrified me as a child.
Really?
Terrified. I don't know. It was just creepy.
I've never seen this movie until now.
Never. I had to have been in single digits when I did see
I thought
it.
I might have seen it, but no, I've never seen it.
And never see it again.
And I never will again. You are right.
I tell you what, Superman, he had to have had some good dick.
He had to have, right?
Like that Lorelei girl,
Yeah.
she had it for him. I bet Lois would have fought her. Like Superman 1 Lois, as horny as they were.
Yeah. I feel like she wanted to fight Lana at the end of it. Lana
She
came
did
out
have
with
that
that big
jealous-
ass diamond on her
Yeah.
hand. Oh, look at that.
Now is 4 gonna kind of pick up after?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Who
Okay.
knows?
I don't know anything about 4.
So Lana moved. So it ends. Lana moved to Smallville.
Moved to Smallville and she
Got a
was
job
like,
there as a secretary for Mr. White, Barry White.
Yeah.
Metropolis.
News, yeah, okay, from Smallville to Metropolis.
Yes.
That
It-
was a movie.
It was not a very coherent movie.
no.
It was fun in some parts. I up to this point, the fighting in the junkyard with the tar kryptonite where it made him bad. I mean, it had like several small arcs. Again, like I was saying, like ideas that didn't really pay off. That the bad Superman arc, and I guess they in the 40 years after this film, they do overplay the bad Superman.
Yeah.
That part was probably my favorite mini arc in this movie.
Just Superman, like trying to break free from his evil self.
Yeah, during instances in each one of the scenes, whenever he was doing something dicky, whether he was like it looked like he was doing he was trying to do wrong or trying to resist it, like he had that tail against it.
It was a jumbled mess.
It really was. Brian, where would you put it at? From
Yeah, we're gonna rank this now. On our
S
tier list.
tier to
We go all the way to D, but I can put more slots in there.
just like Superman 3 only
A,
tier.
B, C, D.
I'd give it a shit tier.
A shit tier. How long were you holding it?
He was waiting for that. Is that what the fidget was a minute ago?
Stop hitting the table.
Okay, so that's.
Oh man.
I wouldn't say it could possibly be. It's not the worst.
No,
Movie.
it's not Dragon Ball Evolution bad.
Oof.
It's not good by no means either.
So Dragon Ball Evolution would have come out in what was it 07, 08? And then the series was revived in 2013. So give it 5 years. This movie was that bad where
Okay.
well, it
listen.
didn't kill the franchise. There's
No,
still
the
one
next
more
one
movie
did.
after.
Don't hurt me. Evolution was a better movie than this.
No.
We just don't
You-
like it
we need
because
to
the
re-
source material.
No.
was
Not once did
so
Clark
bad.
ever skate across a car using his hair gel.
What?
In Dragon Ball Evolution,
Man, I don't
that's when he
remember
is
Yeah.
fighting those
We'll put a
bullies
pin
at
in
Lana's
that. We'll
party.
have to rewatch that. Y'all will.
I'm down.
Oh my god. No.
I'm down.
Oh no.
It'll be enjoyable with y'all.
Yeah, it would be.
I would not self-harm like by myself with this, but all right. So probably I would say not the worst. Just one layer above it. It really
Dragon
just
Wars.
overall.
Dragon Wars is worse.
Way worse.
Dragon Wars is
Way
way
worse. Way.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in D tier on our
D?
on our
Yeah.
tier list there.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like we can add to it, or
Like if there's a bad movie
Later.
night, you could do worse. But
Yeah.
it was a long movie with a quick review, and it was not a great movie.
No. No.
It was over 2 hours long,
It would have helped this movie by being about 45 minutes shorter.
right?
What would you have cut? I would say keep the bad Superman part.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I don't know, half
The tar kryptonite I was still trying to figure out, but we'll come back to Brian. Zach, what would you cut?
What would I cut? Did Lana have to be in this?
Yes, he needs a love interest to make him
We had Lois.
to be. Yeah, but
She wasn't in this one.
yes, just the very front and the beginning. I guess they wrote her out.
They probably could have cut everything that happened at the planet before.
Yeah.
None of it really mattered. They could have
We
just
coulda
mentioned
given
that Lois is in Tahiti or wherever she
Right.
went, while Jimmy and Clark got off the bus.
We did
or
not
something.
need a 15-minute opening with the Vaseline title crawl.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was very strange.
And you said this is the same director from the second movie too, right?
I don't remember.
So this is like Thor Ragnarok to Love and Thunder, for as far as like director in comparison. Like great movie.
Yeah. Is it
To
Taika
a-
Waititi
to a-
directed both of them? Mm-hmm. One of them's always like really good, and one of them's kind of bad.
I wouldn't say kind of.
It is bad.
Yeah.
It's not this bad.
no.
I'll take Screaming
Had
Goats.
Christian Bale.
Screaming Goats over this any day.
Still makes me chuckle.
I know, right? But that's been our review of Superman 3
D tier.
D tier
Yeah.
as of right now.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for listening. We're here at Time to Game. I'm Philip.
I'm touching.
There's
Zach.
Zach. Here's Brian over there.
Right.
Brian.
Right.
brother.
Thank you all so much for listening, and keep on gaming.